Earlier this week, Keith Pelley announced his resignation as CEO of DP World. Matt Fitzpatrick, one of Europe's top players, feels the Canadian will be remembered for the wrong reasons. European star Matt Fitzpatrick gave a damning assessment of Keith Pelley's time as DP World Tour CEO, who resigned from the role on Wednesday. After joining the European Tour Group in 2015, Pelley spent 8 years in charge of the Wentworth-based circuit before announcing his resignation earlier this week. The Canadian's time in charge has been a turbulent one, thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic and emergence of LIV Golf. European player Matt Fitzpatrick, who resigned from the DP World Tour on Wednesday, delivered a critical evaluation of Keith Pelley's tenure in that position. Pelley oversaw the Wentworth-based circuit for 8 years after joining the European Tour Group in 2015, and he announced his resignation earlier this week. The COVID-19 pandemic and the rise of LIV Golf have made the Canadian's tenure in office turbulent. Opinions have since divided over Pelley's decision to form a strategic alliance with the PGA Tour, with many calling the European circuit a feeder tour to their American counterparts. The top 10 players on the DP World Tour that season all received cards to the PGA Tour in 2023. Although this was a good opportunity for the winners, it was questioned whether Europe's best players should have been given up. Fitzpatrick, the previous winner of the US Open, is one man who has drawn attention. When asked what he thought Pelley's legacy would be, the Englishman bluntly replied to Golfweek, "It would probably be sending the top 10 players in Europe to the PGA Tour." "Yes, I would say so." In recent years, Fitzpatrick has benefited from competing on the PGA Tour and the DP World Tour. The Ryder Cup star has won 9 times on the European circuit, and has 2 wins to his name stateside in the 2022 US Open and the RBC Heritage. The Englishman has opted to begin his 2024 season in the US this week, teeing it up at the PGA Tour's first full event of the year at the Sony Open. 5 of the 10 DP World Tour players who received season memberships to the PGA Tour join him. One is Robert McIntyre, his Ryder Cup teammate, who responded differently when asked about Pelley's performance during his tenure as captain. "I got along with him great and will always have his number to pick up the phone," he said Thursday. "He got me to the PGA Tour, didn't he? I think the way the world of golf is going, it's going to be a world tour. He's given me a pathway to achieve dreams I've always wanted to achieve. Good luck to him." In April, Pelley will leave to take a new position as president and CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, MLSE. The Canadian has promised to finish the ongoing framework agreement in golf between the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, the PGA Tour, and DP World before he leaves officially, but he still has a lot of work ahead of him. "Over the next 3 months, I will be primarily focused on moving that forward in order to hopefully reach a conclusion," he stated on Friday. "I've made it clear to the PGA Tour and PIF representatives that I plan to stay until April because that is my top priority."